Okay, so you need either a spiky ball or a cross ball. If you don't have that, try something like a rolling pin maybe, something like that. Not a golf ball, that'll be a bit too hard. You need a band, sort of medium-ish, but go with what feels right for you, and a roller, full-length roller. Now this class we did right at the end of our last block. Actually, it was the extra one. A lot of people wanted to come, couldn't make it, so I'll make this as similar to that class as I can from memory and from my notes. If you've stumbled across this video, obviously please feel free to join in. It's made for my regulars. Just take care, go with how you feel. If something doesn't feel right, do something else instead. Do what feels good for you. So we're going to start toes out, heels out. So we've lined up our heels under our sit bones. We're drawing ourselves up through our centre, dropping those shoulders melting down the back, collarbone nice and wide, ribs are soft, head floating on top. We've got a nice neutral pelvis, soft through the knees, so we've not snapped back, and we've got our arches lifted. So think weight of the body through big toe, little toe, and your heel. Okay, nice and evenly distributed. Now you're going to try and keep that weight really nicely placed while you put all your weight over to one side without too much of a huge shift, so that you can pop the ball under your foot. Then you're going to roll it right up and down the middle of that foot. And as you're doing that, see, you need to correct yourself, pull up out of that supporting hip, make sure you've not rolled into that supporting foot, so you've not pronated. So now really give it a little bit of pressure so that spiky ball gets to work on all the underneath of that foot. And then as you do that, we're just going to start to rotate the opposite arm. So just to start to work through, warm up that shoulder, that side. And then you're going to bring the ball to the outside edge of the foot. And as you do that, you're going to bring your elbow into your waist. And then you're going to start to open to our dumbwaiter and return. And you've got your centre beautifully engaged. You've got that little lift with the pelvic floor. You're drawing your lower abdominals. Think of that band going across here, the trans abdominals, drawing them in nice and tightly. But you haven't started to hold everything so rigid, okay, that you stop breathing. So now bring that into the inside. We've got our dumbwaiter move, and we stretch the arm. Now while that arm's stretching out to the side, we're not going to lift it too high, so it's just below shoulder or at shoulder height, and then go back to rotation. So it should feel a little bit different. So think of filling those lungs every time you breathe in. Ribs expand out to the sides of the room, and then they close back down. And as they close back down, we're not hunching the shoulders. Our shoulders are still stretching. Think of them almost broadening out, but then turning and drawing down in the back. So you feel the back of your body working. It's probably a better way to put that, isn't there? Okay, so now come into, pop the ball onto the ball of the foot, and the heel goes down, okay? So it's important your heel's down, and as you do that, make sure you've still got neutral pelvis, because you want to tilt those hips right back. So bring them back underneath you, soften that knee, make sure the knee's driving towards that middle toe, and then just let the front of that foot open, so the ball is under the knuckles of the foot, and the toes start to drape over the ball, so you really feel that really lovely stretch along the top of your foot. And breathe. So this is where we're going to take a nice big breath. And one more. Bring the arm into cactus. And then we're going to take the ball, keep the heel down, take the ball across that part of the foot, and drop the forearm down and up, but the shoulder stays in that nice position. And you'll find the ball might try. For some reason I couldn't find, this feels like quite a big spiky ball, so it's going to try and run away from me today, but we'll work with it. Ooh. Good. And then bring that down, and now you're just going to press the heel of your foot down, press it down, and half a snow angel with the arms, and release, and one more, so the spikes maybe going just a tiny bit of a different place on the heel, and then little circles in the centre of that foot. And now here's where you check that you haven't dropped into that hip, you're still pulling up, everything's still set in the centre, centre's engaged, nice and tall, everything beautifully arranged. Okay, let's swap over. So now you've got a nice, hopefully kind of fizzy feeling foot there, so everything's been woken up beautifully. So we go up and down the middle of the foot, rotate the arm with it hanging down. We're drawing up through the body, so nice and tall. Good. And then take it onto the outer edge of the foot. Just shift, make sure that you're really in control here. Elbow tucks in and then open and bring it across. Open. So that elbow's tucked to the waist, you've not jammed it back. Those shoulders down in the back. Think of growing taller and taller. Good, come to the inside, your insole. Open the arm and rotate with the arm shoulder height or just below, whatever feels right for you. You're going right up and down that inside edge of that foot. And also you haven't taken this arm behind you, yeah? So again, it's in line with the shoulder or just in front. Nice. It's a very serious video so far, isn't it? Okay, heel down, drape the toes. So really feel that front top part of the foot open, knee tracking, hips under the shoulders, okay? Summertime, I'm filming on a really hot day, and it's summertime. We don't necessarily wear the best footwear, possibly we're not wearing any footwear, we're going around barefoot, so let's really work on these feet. Big breath there. Grow taller, that little chin tuck, and then take that across, and drop the forearm. Ooh, losing my ball again, there we go. Drop and lift, and drop and lift. Try and keep the heel down when I'm chasing my ball. I might not be doing that, but hopefully you found one the right size. I just grabbed the first one that came to hand out of my under the stairs cupboard. Good, alright, and then ball goes onto the heel. Press, press, press. Release. And press, press, press. Slightly different place. Feels good. Well, I think it feels good. And release. So, feet come back under, heels under sit bones. And just soften those knees and then just tip your knees together. So, you're just going to roll through your ankles just to release through those ankles a bit more. And then circle the knees over the toes. So this all stays nice and still. This is just to release through your ankles. Okay, we're going to take a big breath in. Thumbs come up and back. Big extension. And as you lower the arms, draw the head up. Tip the head, chin to chest. And then the head starts to curl and the shoulders start to curl down. You're rolling, rolling, rolling down. Rolly, rolly, rolly down. Crown of the head, super heavy, leading you down to the floor, and the feet are still really, really active. Big breath there. Lift the pelvic floor, squeeze your sit bones together, scoop the abdominals and start to roll back through the spine. Rolly, rolly. Think of that lovely bicycle chain, think of that lovely image, think of your spine being that lovely shiny silver chain. Big breath. And drop the shoulders and the head and then start to tumble. You're rolling away from that imaginary wall behind you, so peel off that wall, roll down. You're going to grab your band, it's doubled up, deep breath there. Draw the sit bones together, lift the arches, a little squeeze in the pelvic floor, belly button to spine. As you exhale, you're rolling back up, this time with your band. So take your grip a little wider than shoulder width, the band is double, float the band to chest height, inhale, protract the shoulders, so imagine someone's putting that band away from you, and then as you exhale, you're drawing those shoulders back into that perfect position. So once they're in that perfect position, make sure you've got a good grip, you've got neutral wrists, and then you're going to pull the band apart, and then hold that and step your right foot in front so you're onto your tightrope. And then in this position, check your shoulders, check your neutral pelvis, your centers engaged, and you've got your weight evenly distributed between both feet. So you're going to pull the band apart and you're going to lift it above your head. So my band's been cut off the video, don't worry about that. And return. And then elbows lead and they squeeze back, so feel that between your scapula. As you do this, the head doesn't go forwards, it stays in place. Elbows stay lifted and return, and then you're going to lower the band and press it against the thighs. So you breathe in, pulling that band apart, and return, exhale. Breathe in there, make sure you're in a good position, shoulders in a nice position. Start thinking of the scapula squeezing together. Elbows come back. Inhale, return. Press them against thighs. And return. Then we're going to add our rise. Inhale. And return. Inhale there, reset yourself. Exhale, draw back, knees over toes. Forearms parallel to the floor. Inhale and exhale, float back up. Okay, so that's a nice little kind of warm up, and then let's bring our legs back to parallel. We'll take the band as much resistance, see what works for you. So keep those knees soft, and we're going to take the band all the way up, behind and down. But don't force it, do what works for you. So if that is too much, just swing the band around. Okay, don't do anything that's painful with your shoulders, don't force them. And then you can increase that resistance a little bit, and palms are going to go up to the ceiling. So you've narrowed your grip to about shoulder width. Reset everything and pull the band apart a little bit. Then you're going to float it away from your bottom. Inhale there, no rib flare. Exhale, open a little bit. Inhale, return. Exhale, open. Inhale, return. Exhale, open. Inhale, return. Exhale, open. Inhale, return. Two more. Open. Inhale, return. Exhale, open. Inhale, return. And then again, judge this. See what works for you. You're going to bring one hand up, and the other hand is in a half Nelson. So the back of the hands resting sort of about on your sacrum. Elbow stays forward. Okay, so keep this elbow forward now, and then you're going to stretch up to the ceiling. I'm going to bend down so you can see me a bit better, and then bring that down. keep the elbow fixed in space, stretch the arm, inhale, lower, exhale, inhale, lower, exhale, press up, inhale, lower, keep that shoulder drop down, nice and heavy, inhale, lower, and press. I'm very serious when I'm on camera, I've just realised. There's no one heckling me. There's no one to do any kind of banter with, is there? The dog's no good. She's too hot. She's no fun. Okay, so swing that around. Should be able to just keep your hands where they are and swing it. Place that elbow forwards. Drop that shoulder down. And you can almost think of pressing the back of the hand here to keep that nice open through the chest. Keep that switched on as well. And exhale as you lift up and inhale. So it's nice and slow on that release. Slow and controlled. I'm going to make mine a little bit tighter. And pull and lower. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale. I don't know how many we did. Should we do 2 more? And you can do 2 more for luck. 1 more for luck if I haven't done the right number. Good. Okay, so release that. You're going to switch over and bring your left foot, whichever foot that is. I don't know how it's going to translate on the video. Bring your other foot in front. Okay, float up to chest height first. Make sure that you've got your wrists in neutral. Pull the band apart a little bit. Actually, let's just reset the shoulders. So protract those shoulders as you inhale. Retract them into that beautiful position on the exhale with that chin poking. So keep that little chin tuck, back of the neck nice and long. Now you're going to squeeze the band apart without changing the position of the wrists, and then you're going to lift it up and return, elbows drive back and return, press against the thighs and return, keep pulling it apart. So now we add in the heel raise and the knee bend, so make sure you've got your weight evenly placed. Ribs don't flare on this inhale as you rise up on your heels. So inhale. Ooh, hello. There we go. Glutes switched on. And return. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale, straight up. And lower. Exhale. And return. Keep pulling. Exhale. Press. Add that knee bend. And return. 1 more. Keep pulling the band apart. Shoulders in a good position. Inhale. No rib flare. Exhale. Inhale. And press. Good. Okay. So, I'm checking my notes. We are going to come back again into parallel. Feet in parallel. Keep the knees soft. Come back a little bit. And we'll lift the arms. There we go. Can you see me? Lift the arms. Inhale. Everything's set beautifully. And then as you exhale, rotate. Oh, I'm very far away. Rotate. Inhale. Shoulders heavy. Exhale. Rotate. 1 more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Belly button to spine. That pelvic floor lift. Exhale. Center's really active. Inhale. Return. Lovely. Drop the arms, drop the head, and rolly, rolly down. Inhale. Exhale. Reset. Rolly, rolly, rolly up. Slowly, 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 shoulders fall back into place, head comes back on top, arms come back. And this time we're going to take it over to the side. So don't just crunch over to the side, lengthen and reach away. So reach that top arm away, stay between your two panes of glass, nose to the floor. And then once you're in that beautiful stretch position, pull yourself over a little bit more with that underneath arm. Inhale there, and really make sure your obliques are working, so really set your center, engage center before you exhale and return. Inhale there. Exhale, take it up and over. Inhale there. Exhale, just nudge yourself over a little bit further. Just increase that stretch a little bit more. Inhale there. Think of pulling up the pelvic floor, pinning your navel to your spine. As you exhale, return to center. Then we're going to drop the band, take our feet wide. Bring this back a little bit. Take your feet wide into second position. If you've ever done any dancing, don't worry, otherwise just take them nice and wide, toes out to the front corners of the room. As we bend, knees track over the middle toes again, and your hips are underneath your shoulders. So we haven't leant forward with the upper body, nice and vertical there. Exhale, return, inhale, knees over toes, exhale, return. One more of those we're going to hold. Lovely. And then we're going to bring the arms out and up in a big snow angel. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale. Lovely. Now you're going to reach one hand up even higher, as if I'm pulling that hand up to the ceiling. And change. And change. So don't let the feet roll in. Knees roll in. 3, 2, one more for luck. Take it over. Reach, 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 reach. Beautiful. And then keep that arm up. This hand comes to the inside of the thigh. Stretch that leg and reach all the way over. So this turns into a big old side bend. Bit lateral flexion again. Reach over. Try again. Don't collapse. Reach. Come through center. Open those knees. Hand on the inside of the thigh. Other hand up and over as the leg straightens on the same side. Nose to the floor and make that long. Reach, reach, reach. And come back down. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to do our roll down with our feet in second. Snow angel the arms up. Open them out and down. Drop the head. Keep the feet working. Keep those arches lifted. Keep those knees ever so slightly soft. Head, shoulders follow. Peeling yourself off that wall again. Peely, peely, peely. Check you're not gripping with your toes. Tumble down. And then toe heel the feet together and come to crouching. And then from crouching, she checks her notes, we're going into sideline. So we're going to do clams. Line yourself up with the edge of your mat if that's helpful. So your feet, hips and shoulders are all in one long line. You can be lying flat, supporting your head, or bring your elbow underneath you. So you're not here, you're not here. You've got a nice vertical line. You've got your shoulder in a really nice position, and make sure the elbow's not in front or behind, so it's still nicely in line with your hips and your ankles. Okay, so we're going to, and you can pop your top hands on your top hip just to make sure that hip doesn't start rolling forward. So you almost think of kind of pressing it back a little bit with your hand, but don't, because that'd be cheating. So do it properly. So make sure you're lifting the waist, so you're not sunk down here. This is all working, and you've got that wrapped feeling around the waist. As you exhale, open the knee, easy peasy. And then you're going to let the feet come apart as the knees come together. And open and close. Open the knees, knees together, feet apart. Reverse and and close. Now, if you're up on the shoulder and you want on the elbow and you want to make that a little bit harder, we're going to come up as we open the knee, and then we've got the same thing, tap, tap, bring everything down, lift, tap, tap, come down, lift, tap, tap, and down, and one more, open and lift, and knees, feet, come down. So I'm going to do one more in this position just to remind you, if you're here, you float your feet, open, knees together, feet together, close the knees, open, knees, feet, close the knees. Okay, now we're going to stretch the underneath leg, and we're all going to come lying flat now. Top hand can come in front, but really not very much weight on it, okay? So imagine you're sort of resting your hand on a meringue. Okay, don't flatten that meringue. Keep the waist lifted. You can bend the underneath foot back if you want to, if you need a bit more stability. I'm going to do that to start with, and then we'll see how we go. So reach the leg away, lengthen that leg away, lengthen that hip away. Keep that waist lifted, then lift to hip height. So you're reaching to hip height. Inhale there, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, bring the knee forward, use your abdominals, lift that knee, keep that leg at hip height, then reach it away again, flex the foot, press the heel back, okay? Inhale, reach away. Exhale, so now you can do this with a straight leg. Inhale, flex, exhale, press back. As you press back, you're not increasing the arch in your lumbar spine, okay? So keep that neutral pelvis. Inhale there, reach away, waist lifted. Exhale. That leg can be bent. Inhale, reach, flex, exhale, press back. Okay, so make it a bit smoother now. So we'll exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and that will do. Okay, so then we're going to go into a nice quad hip flexor stretch. So don't yank and twist the knee, try and hold it nice and straight. If you can't reach your ankle and pull, then hold something like the back of your leggings, something like that. If that's too much for you, think of tucking that tailbone under, and then think again of reaching this leg away. So I'm reaching my knee away from me. It's in line with its friend. Reach, 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 tuck, tuck, breathe. So I'm getting a really nice quad stretch and hip flexor stretch. One more deep breath. Lovely. Hold that a bit longer if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to bring this knee up. So we've got a nice right angle there between the thigh and the body, if we can, okay. Top leg comes over, and then wedge this leg up into, this knee up into this foot, okay. So you're in your sort of figure of four stretch shape, but side lying. This knee's pointing up to the ceiling, the hand comes, presses down, presses that knee away on the inside of the thigh, as you are pushing your underneath leg up into the foot. So you get really, really good stretch right into those hips, nice and deep. Nice deep breath here, you're getting glute stretch on that side as well, and breathe in and out. And in. Now. And maybe one more big, deep breath. Beautiful. Okay, so keep the underneath leg where it is, top leg comes on top. Make sure you haven't sunk down there, so this is all still lifted. Now really make sure that you're holding your head, so your head's beautifully supported. Float the arm in front, Draw that shoulder into a nice position. Inhale, arm floats up to the ceiling, head's fully supported, you haven't dropped through the waist, pelvis is in neutral. And then as you exhale, gently open, open, open. And it's that beautiful rotation through the spine, so the chest turns towards the ceiling. The arm goes with the chest, okay? The arm's not leading, the arm's not flying away from you. It's in your vision. Inhale there. Neutral pelvis, waist lifted, no rib flare. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Arm comes up. And in front. Arm comes down. Lovely. So you can do one more of those if you want to. And you can slide that top leg off the bottom in front. And as you exhale, you can take that a little bit further. This is entirely up to you. Again, head fully supported. Inhale there. Really expand those ribs. Big inhale. And as you exhale, bring the arm back up, over and in front. Good. Okay, so let's fling our legs around to the other side. Line ourselves up with the side of the mat. You're lying flat or you're up on your elbow and you've lined everything up really, really beautifully. You're floating your feet if you're lying flat. Otherwise you're going to lift your hips as you open your knees. So everyone's opening their knees. Click. Tap, tap and down. Lift and open. Tap the knees together. Feet open. Feet come back together. Everything comes back down. Lift, tap, tap, come back down. So really lifted through the waist. Every time I'm lowering, I'm resetting. So even if you're not lifting the hips, at that point, that's when you reset. You make sure that your waist is still perfectly lifted. Really open that top knee, get a good open position there. And down, and one more. Turn that knee in, out, and come down. Lovely. All right, so everyone lying flat, stretch those legs away. You can just gently, very lightly rest that hand in front. Bend the underneath leg if you want to. If you're feeling really strong, keep it straight. So you're going to reach that leg away. Reach it to hip height and keep the waist lifted. The shoulders in a good position, not collapse the chest. And you should be able to see your feet if you're straight. Okay, so make sure you've not gone into that hyperextension. You've got that neutral pelvis again. Center set. Okay, inhale there, reach that top leg away. Exhale, knee comes forward. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, press back. So really feel that in the glute rather than getting the movement with the back. Yeah, pelvis stays in neutral. Inhale. Now it's up to you. You can have a straight leg. Exhale, press back. Inhale. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale, push, push, push. Inhale, keep that leg, reach it as you come through center, reach it away, that hip stretched away from you. Exhale. Two more. Inhale, belly button to spine for that wrap around the waist. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Whew. And return. I have chosen, I think, the hottest day of the year to do this. That's just how it worked out. Okay, so let's go into our hip flexor quad stretch. So make sure you've got that little tailbone tuck, just to increase that hip flexor stretch. Oh, now that's interesting. So yeah, you might have one side tighter than the other, which I really do today. Reach that knee away. Reach, reach, reach that knee away. And you can almost think of pressing the back of the hand, back of the foot into the hand as well. So you're really lengthening, stretching those muscles and breathing, obviously. more big breath. So bring that bottom thigh up to 90 degrees. This leg comes in front, wedge that into place. Top hand presses on the inside of that knee, presses it away as the bottom knee pushes into the foot. Just hold that position, let that release, feel that open. And breathe. Just take a moment. Okay, that knee comes on top, arm floats in front, shoulder in a good position, head really well supported, so it's held by your hand. Inhale, exhale, into that rotation. Might feel different on this side. You might have a bit of clunking and clicking, go gently, but it should be fine. Inhale there, feel the ribs stretch, feel those intercostals stretching. Pelvis is in neutral, no rib flare, and as you exhale, bring that hand back up and bring that arm back in front. So you can repeat that exactly as is, or start in the same way. Inhale there, I have my head heavy in my hand. I'm going to slide this leg off the top as I exhale, and then into that rotation. Chest looks to the ceiling. Rotating through the movement coming from the spine. Nothing to do with the arm. The arm's just attached and it's just going with the movement. It's not leading the movement. And my hand is perfectly in my vision. Inhale. And as you exhale, arm comes up and over. Perfect. Okay, so that's your big rotation. So, my lovely friends, I think what I'll do is I'll finish this video here and then we'll have a second video, because I don't want these to be too long, so you can kind of do this video and then straight away do the next one, or you can just do this one in isolation. You've given yourself a bit of sort of shoulder work, a bit of back mobility work, a little bit of everything, and then you can come and do the second half on another day. Whenever it suits you. So I'll do the second half next. Join me if you like, or on another day. See ya.